Did you know America once had cities bigger than London? Lost civilizations, mysterious disappearances, and ancient ruins buried beneath our feet. Why did they vanish? Historians have theories, but the truth? It's more shocking than you think. Watch now to uncover the hidden past of America. Long before the United States was even a dream, before Europeans set foot on this land, there was a city. A city so grand, so powerful, that at its peak it was bigger than London. A city built by a forgotten civilization, and then it vanished. This was Cahokia, the greatest metropolis of ancient America. Its streets were filled with thousands of people, its markets overflowing with goods from distant lands. But today, almost no one knows its name. What happened to this lost civilization? And why did the mighty city disappear without a trace? 1. The rise of a civilization, a city beyond its time. 1,000 years ago, in the heart of what is now Illinois, a great civilization flourished. The Mississippian people built Cahokia into the largest city North America had ever seen. At its height, in the 1100s, over 40,000 people called it home, more than the population of medieval London. At the heart of the city stood Monk's Mount, a massive pyramid of earth built by hand. On its summit, the home of Cahokia's rulers, who oversaw a kingdom that stretched for miles. Cahokia wasn't just big, it was advanced. It had roads, trade routes, even an enormous wooden circle known as Woodhenge, used as a giant calendar to track the movements of the sun. They studied the stars, tracked the seasons, and built their city with precision. But there was a darker side to Cahokia's power and human sacrifice. For centuries, Cahokia's rulers held power over their people. But deep beneath the city, archaeologists found something unsettling. Mass graves, hundreds of bodies buried together, some showing signs of ritual sacrifice. Historians believe some of Cahokia's rulers demanded human sacrifices to keep the city thriving. Young women, warriors, even entire families may have been offered to the gods, but was it enough to hold their empire together, or was this the beginning of their downfall? The sudden collapse, the vanishing city. Then something happened. By the year 1400, Cahokia was gone. The mighty city that once ruled the land vanished, its people disappearing into history. What could have caused the fall of North America's greatest civilization? Some say the land couldn't sustain its people, that they overhunted, overfarmed, and ran out of food. Others believe disease spread through Cahokia, wiping out entire families. Or maybe the city was torn apart by war. Archaeologists found signs of violence, wooden walls burned, bodies buried hastily. Was Cahokia destroyed by its own people, or was there an enemy we've yet to uncover? Whatever the cause, the result was the same. The greatest city of ancient America was lost. The mounds still stand, but the people gone, leaving only mystery behind. For a forgotten past, and what lies beneath. Today, most people have never heard of Cahokia, but the truth is, its history is still being uncovered. Beneath the ground, secrets remain buried. Could we one day find the true reason for Cahokia's fall? A lost city, a vanished people, a forgotten history. But history never stays buried forever. In the heart of the American Southwest, hidden within the cliffs and mesas, lies a mystery thousands of years old. A civilization that built cities in the sky, mastered the desert, and then vanished. Who were the ancestral Puebloans? And what happened to their once thriving empire? 1. The rise of a desert civilization. Thousands of years ago, the ancestors of the Puebloan people wandered these lands as nomads, hunting and gathering to survive. But then something changed. They discovered the power of the earth, of seeds, and of water. Slowly they settled, creating villages, growing corn, and shaping the desert into their home. They were farmers in one of the harshest environments on earth. With no rivers nearby, they learned to trap rainwater, to build canals, to grow maize, beans, and squash, the crops that would sustain them for generations. To the cities in the cliffs. The wonders of the Puebloans. As their numbers grew, the Puebloans built something never seen before. Cities carved into cliffs suspended in time. These were not simple homes. They were architectural masterpieces, built high above the desert floor, protected from enemies and the burning sun. Without metal tools, without wheels, they built entire cities. Rooms stacked on top of each other, towers reaching to the sky, kivas hidden underground for sacred ceremonies. In these sacred rooms, they connected with the spirits, with their ancestors, with the forces of nature that ruled their world. 3. The road to power. The Great Puebloan Network. The Pueblons were more than builders, they were visionaries. They created a massive trade network across the southwest, linking distant villages, bringing exotic goods from hundreds of miles away, macaw feathers from the jungles of Central America, turquoise mined from deep in the mountains, pottery painted with intricate designs, each piece telling a story. But as their cities grew, so did tensions. Resources became scarce, and then something happened that would change everything. 4. The Great Disappearance. What happened to the Pueblons? By the late 1200s, the great cliff cities were abandoned. The people who once ruled the desert were gone. But why? Some say a great drought struck the land, drying the rivers, killing the crops, forcing the people to leave. Others believe war broke out as tribes fought over resources. And some say the Pueblons left not because of disaster, but because of prophecy. The stars guided them, the spirits called them, and so they left, vanishing into history. But not entirely. The legacy of the Pueblons still alive today. The Pueblons did not disappear. Their descendants still live today in the southwest. The Hopi, the Zuni, the Taos Pueblo, and many others. Their culture, their traditions, their spirit, it all survives. Their art still tells their history. Their dances still honor their ancestors. Their voices still echo through the canyons. The Pueblon people are not lost. Their story is not forgotten. It lives on in the stones, in the land, and in the hearts of those who remember. Before the United States, before European explorers set foot on this land, there was a city larger than we ever imagined. Hidden beneath the soil of Kansas lies the forgotten metropolis of Atzanoa, a lost civilization that thrived for centuries. And then vanished. What happened to this great city? And why did history forget it? One discovery of a forgotten world. For hundreds of years, no one knew the truth. Farmers plowed these lands, never realizing that beneath their feet lay the ruins of a lost civilization. But then researchers began to uncover something extraordinary, evidence of an ancient city so large it could have rivaled the great settlements of the past. The first clues came from Spanish records. In 1601, an explorer named Juan de Onate led an expedition deep into the plains. What he saw stunned him. A massive city, stretching for miles, filled with thousands of people, houses and food supplies that could sustain an empire. But this city was no legend, it was real. And for a brief moment in history, two worlds collided. The great city of Atzanoa was not a small village. It was a metropolis. Thousands of homes lined its streets. Its people, skilled in farming and trade, grew crops that stretched as far as the eye could see. They built strong communities, shaping the land with a brilliance that historians once thought impossible. They mastered agriculture, cultivating vast fields of corn, beans and squash. Their food stores were so abundant that the Spanish, used to struggling for survival in the New World, marveled at their prosperity. Trade flourished. Goods traveled along ancient routes, connecting Atzanoa with distant civilizations. Some believe their influence stretched far beyond Kansas, linking them to other great native cultures. But Atzanoa was more than just a city of wealth. It was a city of governance, tradition and culture. A powerful civilization built on knowledge passed down for generations. The mysterious disappearance. And then it was gone. The Spanish left, and when others returned, Atzanoa had disappeared. The once thriving city was now just an empty land. But why? Historians have many theories. Some believe disease brought by the Spanish wiped out the population. Others think war with neighboring tribes led to their downfall. And some say the people of Atzanoa simply moved, their descendants blending into other native nations. Perhaps it was something greater, a changing world, a shifting climate, forces beyond their control. Whatever the reason, Atzanoa vanished, its great city swallowed by time. The legacy of Atzanoa. For centuries, Atzanoa was forgotten, buried beneath the fields of Kansas. But today, archaeologists are uncovering its secrets. Every artifact, every clue brings us closer to understanding this lost civilization. But perhaps the greatest legacy of Atzanoa is not in the ruins, it is in the people. The descendants of these great builders still live today, carrying the traditions, the knowledge and the stories of their ancestors. The city may be lost, but its story is not forgotten. Atzanoa still speaks, through the earth, through history, and through those who remember. Notice something new in this video? We're always working to make our content better, more exciting and more immersive for you. If you see any changes, let us know what you think in the comments. Your feedback helps us grow and improve, because this channel isn't just ours, it's yours too. We love hearing from you, so don't be shy. Drop a comment and let's build something amazing together. Atzanoa, a lost city buried beneath time. But this is just one of many forgotten civilizations waiting to be uncovered. If you love exploring the hidden history of America's past, then don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss an incredible story from history. Your support helps us bring the past back to life. Let's keep uncovering the mysteries together.